Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Essential Book Drop. We're featuring our top 3 new releases that you can see and download at essentialbookdrop.com. Happy Monday, everyone. It's October 13th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and my bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Ready to dig into these books? We've got quite the mix today. Everything from werewolves to, well, kidnapping games and even some amazing food.
It really is a diverse lineup, so let's kick things off. First up, we're looking at a big genre shift for a really popular author. It's Mate, the new werewolf and shifter romance by Ollie Hazelwood.
Yeah, this is a fascinating move. I mean, most people know Hazelwood as the absolute queen of STEM romance, right? The Love Hypothesis, all those great books.
Exactly. Brainy, often awkward characters in academic settings.
Right. So jumping into paranormal romance, especially building on her New York Times bestseller Bride, it's definitely got people talking. And what's interesting is seeing how she takes that high-stakes formula she's known for and applies it here. But instead of like academic rivals, it's political warfare between supernatural factions.
Okay, let's get into the main character then. Serena Paris. The setup is pretty intense. She's orphaned, doesn't have a pack.
Yeah, completely isolated.
And she's the first ever human-were hybrid. I mean, the pressure on her is supposed to be huge. She was meant to be this symbol, right, to heal this massive, centuries-old rift between wares, vampires, and humans.
But it totally backfires. That's the core conflict, isn't it? Instead of being the bridge, her unique nature makes her the ultimate target, a political pawn.
Why a target, though? Wouldn't everyone want to protect this symbol of peace?
Well, you'd think so, but politics rarely works that way, especially here. Her very existence messes with the established power balance. You've got wares obsessed with purity and vampires who just thrive on instability. They see her, this hybrid, as a fundamental threat to their control, their whole system.
Okay, so she's in constant danger. And that leads us to the romance angle, right? The protector. Alpha Koen Alexander of the Northwest Pack.
Exactly. And this is where Hazelwood brings in that classic high-angst romance dynamic. He's her mate. He's an alpha, so he has, like, absolute authority. It's his duty to protect her.
And the book makes a point of saying his protection isn't really optional or even dependent on her feelings.
Right, that's the hook. Koen commands obedience. His status means he will protect her, his mate, even if, as the text says, she doesn't reciprocate his feelings. It's just what alphas do. Duty, destiny, maybe even possession, initially.
That could sound a little intense, maybe problematic from a modern perspective. Forced protection?
It could, but I think Hazelwood really leans into the established tropes of the genre here, the sort of mythological weight of the alpha role. It's framed less as control over her and more as his absolute power being the only thing standing between her and, well, total annihilation.
Because the threats are that serious. The vampires, other wares?
Oh, definitely. The source material paints them as power-hungry, manipulative. They want to exploit her identity, use her or destroy her. And then there's her past, whatever secrets are chasing her. Koen becomes this unshakable shield, necessary even if unwanted at first.
So the romance develops within that high-stakes political pressure cooker. It's not just it's will they survive?
Precisely. It's that fated mates thing crashing headlong into a political thriller. If you like really complex world building, the kind you see in, say, Jennifer L. Armentrout's From Blood and Ash series, this looks like it'll hit that spot. The politics are just as vital as the passion.
Okay, quite a start. Now let's shift gears completely from fated mates and pack politics.
Yeah, we're moving from instinct and destiny to something much more calculated. Media manipulation, tech, social commentary.
Spot on. Our next deep dive is into a kidnapping thriller, but one with a very unique twist. It's The Kidnapping of Alice Ingold by the USA Today bestselling author Kate Houlihan.
Right, and the key thing here, the hook, is that this isn't your standard abduction plot. Houlihan calls it a twisty and ingenious novel of suspense, where this awful crime gets turned into a, quote, tantalizing nationwide game.
A game? How does that work?
Well, instead of demanding ransom, the kidnappers, this masked duo, they release a riddle. And they invite the entire country to solve it. It becomes this massive public scavenger hunt for clues.
Wow, okay. And the victim, Alice Ingold. The description seems pointed. Beautiful, blonde, and immensely privileged.
Yeah, the text explicitly says she's the perfect victim for a true crime-obsessed culture. It feels like direct commentary on how media latches onto certain types of stories, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And the kidnappers playing into that, turning it into a public spectacle with this riddle.
It feels very meta. The tagline they use is, "You can't play this game without all the pieces," which strongly suggests the kidnapping itself is maybe less about Alice and more about sending a message or exposing something bigger.
Making the whole country complicit in something.
Eat what? That seems to be the question the book explores. And it gets even more interesting when you look at how the parents react. Very different approaches.
Okay, tell me about that.
So you've got the father, Brian. He's described as a visionary AI tech guru. His instinct, turn to machines. Algorithms, data analysis, technology. The logical, detached approach.
Right, trust the tech.
And then you have the mother, Catherine. She comes from obscene generational wealth, a socialite. Her approach is the opposite. She leverages her status, her network, and basically crowdsources the solution online. Human connection, collective intelligence, maybe collective hysteria, too.
That contract is brilliant. It's like a microcosm of how we try to solve huge problems today, isn't it? AI versus the wisdom or madness of the crowd.
Exactly. The book seems to be using the kidnapping as a lens to critique both methods. What are the strengths? What are the, well, terrifying downsides of relying purely on tech or purely on the masses?
And there's a twist promised related to the mother's search.
Yeah, as Catherine sifts through all the online noise, the clues, the theories, a more complex picture starts to emerge. It suggests the truth about Alice, maybe the whole family, is darker than just the kidnapping itself. The line is, Alice won't be the only one who will need saving.
Ooh, okay, so the kidnapping might just be the tip of the iceberg. The real crime is hidden deeper.
It seems that way. It suggests the game, the public spectacle, might inadvertently expose something rotten at the core. So this sounds essential if you're fascinated by that intersection of true crime, media saturation, technology, and maybe the dark side of privilege. It's being pitched as Gone Girl meets Ready Player One.
High concept indeed. Less about the whodunit of the kidnapping, perhaps, and more about the cultural why.
Definitely feels that way. A thriller wrapped around a social commentary puzzle box.
Okay, wow. From werewolves to web sleuths. Let's cleanse the palate, shall we? Let's head into the kitchen.
Yes, please. Moving from all that intensity to something you can actually taste. Our final deep dive is a cookbook, Hong Kong Kitchen. Recipes from the brand new ITV series by Chef Jeremy Pang.
Now, this isn't just any cookbook release. It's timed perfectly, right? It's an updated version of his older book, Hong Kong Diner, from 2017.
Correct.
Yeah.
But updated and re-released specifically to tie in with his brand new 2025 ITV series, Jeremy Pang's Hong Kong Kitchen. So if you're watching the show or just want to get ahead of the curve on what's likely to be a popular food trend, this is the source.
And Hong Kong cuisine itself. It's unique, isn't it? It's not just one thing.
Not at all. It's a true melting pot. You have the classic Chinese foundations, of course, but then it absorbs influences from all over, especially, interestingly, from America's West Coast. It's this incredible fusion, East meets West, as they say, but in a really dynamic, constantly evolving way.
And Jeremy Pang has real roots there.
Yes, the book mentions Hong Kong was like his second home growing up. So there's an authenticity there. He's not just an observer. He gets the soul of the food. And the endorsements back that up. You've got people like Mel Giedroyc, Nisha Katona, even Tom Skinner saying this is real, proper Hong Kong cooking.
Okay, let's talk food. What kind of recipes are we looking at? Beyond the usual suspects like dumplings and noodles, I mean.
Oh, it covers those staples really well, including, apparently, the ultimate bao dough recipe. But the street food section sounds incredible. Really specific, tempting things like marbled tea eggs.
Oh, yeah, those look amazing.
And crispy fish crackling, things with incredible texture and flavor, and even some surprising sweet treats like peanut butter French toast with condensed milk.
Okay, that sounds dangerously good.
Yeah.
But what about techniques? Often the hardest part of recreating restaurant food at home is nailing the technique.
And that's where this book seems to really shine. There's a whole chapter called Tips and Tricks of a Hong Kong Kitchen. It's dedicated to making these potentially complex techniques accessible for home cooks.
Like what, for example?
Well, things like cook once, eat twice, which is all about smart prep to maximize flavor and minimize waste over multiple meals. But also more technical stuff like double frying and double cooking.
Double frying. That sounds like the secret to ultimate crispiness. How does he make that doable at home?
From the description, it sounds like he breaks it down really clearly. It's often about a lower temperature fry first to cook through, then a short high temperature blast at the end for that perfect crunch. He explains how to manage the oil safely, get the timing right, turning a pro trick into something you can actually manage in your own kitchen.
That's genuinely useful. And it sounds like he keeps it fun, too. I saw a mention of a dumpling fold called the Smiling Nun Fold.
Right. It shows that playful, blended nature of Hong Kong food. It's serious cooking, but doesn't take itself too seriously. So
Hmm.
yeah, this looks essential if you want to move beyond basic stir fries and really explore those vibrant, complex, blended Asian flavors. It's about capturing the real spirit of Hong Kong in your kitchen.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com, and you'll have all the links right there. Cass will do it again tomorrow.
Farewell for now. Happy reading.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books. And whatever you do, remember this:
When you read,
your mind becomes its own kingdom.